Hey guys, this video is a brief tour of our new updated course page for APUSH Mr. Walker at Woodbury High School. So the first thing I want to show you is at the very top of this course page is the announcements. Typically when I want to get a hold of you or your peers, I'll either send a message, so you'll get a little update here, and I'll message you through Schoology, or I'll post like a link or videos or really important class updates here in this announcement section. So at the very top of the Schoology course page, you'll see the announcements. Okay. Then if we look further down, you'll see that there's a distance learning folder where all the curriculum and work and assignments we posted. And there's also a resources folder that is white. The two big resources that are worth seeing here are the online textbook. So all the chapters from the book are there. The AMSCO review book, which will be helpful as we get ready for the AP exam, is also posted there. And then there's some videos and getting started information. I will say that the getting started information and the videos up to this point are all from like before distance learning. So they're not super relevant to the class at the moment, but these top two resources are. So that's what's in the resource folder. Each week, you'll be able to see like what assignments are due when on our feed. So you can look at our feed here and it might look like there's a lot that's due, but it's really not too terrible. Each day there's a brief attendance quiz. These questions are not content-based. They're just kind of fun little check-in questions. I need you to complete these by 3 o'clock each day. So like on Monday, March 30th, go to this, click on the Monday reading quiz and complete it by 3 o'clock. So I know that you were present, you checked into the class that day. Then on Tuesday, do the same thing, answer this reading quiz against one question. And that's my way of keeping track of attendance, which is a state requirement. So for their distance learning content, going forward this year, as long as we're doing distance learning, you're going to get a new unit each week. So like our first week together is March 30th through April 5th. That's why the dates are there. And so unit 1, and it's on World War II. The following week, which will be April 6th to April 12th, it's going to be on the beginning of the Cold War. That one's not open at the moment. I'll open the new unit at the beginning of Monday every week. So like around 6 in the morning on Monday, you'll see a new unit pop up. Currently, unit 1 is already open for you to explore at your own pace. Inside the unit folders, you'll find first the daily attendance. So if you don't want to use the feed on the right, you can find the daily attendance quizzes right here. And I just want to point out that I really don't want you to do like all the quizzes at once. So like on Monday, don't do all 5 quizzes. Come in here each day and do that day's quiz on the day that it's assigned. Don't do them all at once. Underneath the daily attendance, you have your lessons. There's typically going to be 3 lessons each week. The date you're supposed to do that lesson is posted in front of it. So the first day back, Monday, March 30th, you do lesson 1. And it's an activity reviewing World War II and doing some doc analysis. In each lesson, when you open it up, the first thing you'll see is video directions. You don't need to watch it if you don't want to, but if you want a video like this that sort of walks you through and shows you what to do for that lesson, you can use that link. The really helpful resource would be the lesson directions. So for lesson 1, you can click on this and you will get a PDF document that first tells you what you'll be doing in that lesson. That's the description. It'll then tell you the purpose of this lesson, like why you're doing it. What are the benchmarks and key concepts that are being covered? This is all aligned to the APUSH curriculum. The materials that you need for this lesson, they're usually just going to be a digital device and resources on Schoology, and then step-by-step directions. You'll find hyperlinks on the directions. So instead of having to go back to the Schoology page, you can just click on this and it'll bring you to the videos or it'll bring you to the assignments you need to complete. And at the very bottom, you'll see when the assignment is due. So this one's due at 11:59 p.m. Monday, March 30th, and it's worth 10 total points. So I'm going to go back here. And that due date is also posted, like always, on the feed on the side here. So 11:59 p.m. for that first assignment. If you see 2 dates next to an assignment, like with lesson number 2, March 31st and April 1st, that means that assignment's a little bit bigger, and it is something that you have 2 days to complete instead of just one. So while this assignment here, you are hopefully going to start it by Tuesday when we get back, you don't have to submit it until Wednesday the 1st. So you have 2 days to complete it. All these assignments were designed to be about 30 to 45 minutes in length per day. So this assignment should take you lesson one about 30 to 45 minutes is what I envision. Lesson two will take you anywhere from like an hour to an hour and a half to complete both parts over 2 days. And the same goes for lesson three. And if you look at them, you'll see that there's video directions as well as the actual directions themselves, some additional resources if needed, and then the actual assignment that you'll go on and work on. For the assignments, we'll do lesson two actually. When you click on it, it'll bring you to a Google Doc or a Google slide. That's your copy. And you will follow the directions on the assignment and you'll answer whatever the prompts ask you to do. At the beginning, it'll tell you how many parts there are. Each part has a set of directions. Usually they're going to focus on historical thinking skill. And then you type in your answers in red. Whenever you see something in red, like type your paragraph response here, that's where you're supposed to post your answers to a question or to an SAQ or to something. And then just like you would in school during trimester one, trimester two, when you've completed the assignment on Schoology, you go back here and for you guys, you'll push the submit button and you'll submit it by the deadline and you are done with it. So that's just kind of like the general layout of our course page. You're going to have announcements up here, watch for emails from me here. You have a unit each week and the date for assignments are posted. There's video directions as well as written directions, and you'll do the homework, the assignments on Schoology on a Google Doc, and you'll submit it like we did for many assignments in trimester one and trimester two. Some changes for this trimester. There are no longer summative and formative grades just because of the kind of complex and weird nature of online classes. All points are worth the same. So we're not going to have unit tests anymore. There aren't going to be any more essays either, just because they're not going to be a major part of the AP exam anymore. You will just have everything worth the same value of points. So 10 points in one assignment is worth 10 points in another. If you have a 10-point assignment and a 20-point assignment, the 20-point assignment is twice as valuable. So there's just one grading category of total points. And then the last thing is, as you are working on all this stuff, and say you hop into our course and you just want to just get through, U.S. history, and you got like 6 hours to burn on Monday, you don't have any other classes or things that are due the first day, and you just want to get it all done, feel free to work ahead. Like if you want to crush out lesson one and lesson two and lesson three right away before the deadlines for them, before their actual due dates, that's great. You can totally do that. If you have a lot of work and you want to pace it out, that's fine too. You just got to make sure that the specific lesson is submitted by its due date. So for this first week, lesson one submitted by Monday at 11:59 p.m. Lesson two by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. and lesson three by Friday at 11:59 p.m. But if you want to get all these lessons done on Monday, you can totally do that. Just make sure you're doing them well enough to receive full credit. So yeah, that's the basic overview of the course. Do note that even though you can get all the assignments done on the very first day, you do need to come back each day and check in and do the quiz on its specific day for attendance. Hopefully that's not super confusing. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My office hours are 10 to 12 a.m. and 1 to 3 p.m. on Monday through Friday. And I'm happy to set up WebEx meetings or Google Hangouts or Zoom meetings too if you want to talk face to face. Hopefully this was helpful. Have a great day, guys.